All right, this is the extended reading to the previous reading that I did for the Cancer in Virgo. And we left that reading off talking about the emotions that were being felt by either this Cancer. I was really feeling it for the Cancer, but again, take it as it resonates with you. Okay, this is energy based, so you may have Cancer in your chart, or it could be for the Virgo, but take it as it resonates. So we were talking about these feelings of depression, and what I wanted to do was just to talk a little bit more about what can be done. What can you do as you are experiencing these feelings of unfulfillment and depression, and wanting to feel comforted. And so the first message that we have here is to see God in all things. Put yourself in slow motion and observe everything and everyone through the lens of, this is sacred and it speaks to me. How does that change your environment? Your goal is to learn the spiritual practice of seeing God in all things. So in the previous reading, we talked about things in your past that you may have experienced that you need to release and heal from. And so sometimes it's hard for us to look at situations and see it as sacred, whether that's a past situation or even in current situations. If we have closed ourselves off so much that we do not see the sacred in things. And so the challenge, or the invitation, let me rephrase that. I think the better word is the invitation here, is that you begin to look at every single thing in your environment, no matter big or small, and look at it through the lens of, this is sacred and it speaks to me, or it is speaking to me. And when you begin to do that, I won't impose on you what's going to happen, but I will say that you will begin to experience a difference. Things will change for you. And so that is something that you are being invited to do here. So let's find out. Actually, let's get a couple of messages from this particular deck here. All right, do less. Do less and let go of resentment. All right, so this letting go of resentment is something that you may need to heal from. Acknowledge one resentful feeling you need to release. And keep in mind that all types of resentment are poison and harm the healing process. So if you have been on a healing journey and you recognize that you're on a healing journey, this message is saying that all types of resentment are poison. They harm the healing process. You cannot go forward in your healing process if you are still holding on to resentment. So the goal here, you're being invited to become mindful of your reasons for staying angry. Take a moment, grab a pen and paper, and write it down. I think that's a good way to take a good hard look at what is the reason that you're staying angry. And then you get to make the decision. Once looking at it written down in black and white, you get to decide whether it's something that you want to continue to hold on to or whether you want to release. And taking a look at the risk to reward. What is the reward if you can hold on to this resentment, or what will be the reward if you decide to let it go? Begin letting go of the negative feelings by the end of the day. So once you write this down, You become mindful of your reasons for staying angry. You write it down. By the end of the day, begin letting go of these negative feelings. So even if you decide that you want to hold on to it for a little bit, by the end of the day, this message is saying to release these feelings. And I earnestly feel that once you write it down and you see it in black and white, and you think about what holding on to this resentment means, how it affects other parts of your life, that you may even think like this resentment is, something related to maybe a business arrangement or a business deal, a business agreement. Maybe it wasn't even a romantic relationship, but it was a partnership in some way. Or maybe it was related to a family issue. And it doesn't have anything to do with your romantic relationship. But when you hold on to these negative, or better said, when you hold on to these feelings that bring you to a lower frequency, a lower feeling, and when I say frequency, I do mean frequency, meaning how you're vibrating, how you're vibing, how you are moving through life, but also in how you feel. When you carry what some would call negative feelings, you do feel it in your body. Many times the reason that we don't identify these feelings are because we've been carrying them in our bodies for such a long time. In that previous reading, I talked about the inner child wanting to be comforted, and I talked about the experiences that we have as children, the things that root in us in children that we are not even consciously aware of. It's just a part of the environment that in certain beliefs and things get rooted in us. So you could have been in an environment where resentment, the vibration, the frequency, the energy of resentment is something that you just lived among. It was in the environment, and so it was normal. It did not feel uncomfortable for you because it was the environment that you knew. And so what this message is really inviting you and guiding you to do is to create space and allow space for your healing process. Healing is not a one-time, like, boom, you do it and you're healed. It is a process. If you've ever been injured, if you've ever had surgery, had a child, had a broken bone, cut yourself. I mean, healing is a process. You don't get cut today and then you're completely healed tomorrow. And so the things that we are talking about, or the things that we have experienced as human beings, are things that have affected us on a very deep level, cellular levels. And so healing is something that does take time. It takes effort. It takes awareness. It takes willingness. It takes will. It takes desire. It takes knowledge. It takes support. It takes belief. It takes trust. And sometimes it takes surrender. And that surrender may, at this stage for you, mean to do less. This final message here, to do less. Assess your level of doing for others. Examine whether you overextend yourself to the point that you become unnecessarily exhausted. Why is that? Why do you do that? Why do you feel the need to do that? Is your health worth it? Is the reward for helping others, or when you help others and you feel good about that, is it worth your health? Your goal is to confront your core reasons for risking your health unnecessarily. Now, this message, and I also am in no way saying that you should not help others, that you should not help your friends, you should not help your loved ones, you should not help your lover. But this message is specifically talking about, look at your level of doing for other people. Are you overextending yourself? This isn't just talking about helping a friend here and there. This is talking about you overextending yourself to the point where your body is showing you. You're breaking down, you're having health issues, you're stressed because you are taking on the issues of other people, issues that are not yours, issues that do not belong to you. And again, this is bringing me back to this inner child, because this may be something that you experienced as a younger child, that you learned in your environment to take on the problems of other people. Maybe you lived in an environment where your caretakers were still children, right? They were acting out their inner child. And so you were forced, even as a child, to do for them. Maybe not do physically. I'm getting more of doing emotionally. You were like the emotional sponge for your family. And you've carried that into your adulthood. And that has caused you to be in this place where you don't really know yourself anymore. You feel swallowed up, and you are being guided to surrender now to what is happening in your life. This new person that is coming to your life that is stirring up feelings, they may or may not be the person that you are going to be with for the rest of your life, but they have come into your life to reignite something within you, to allow you to feel again and allow you to heal from things that you were at a time not able to process, or simply didn't want to, or didn't feel as though you had the tools to process. And so forgive the people that have been in your life that have caused you to resent them, who have done things to you or against you, or you feel that they have wronged you in some way, or they have stolen from you. I'm getting the feeling like they've stolen time from you, like you feel like they've stolen your life from you because you've given so much to them emotionally. And allow yourself to let go of those negative feelings. Free yourself from the anger and do more for yourself. Be open to change is the message that I'm getting for you as I close out. This is a new moon in Aquarius, new moon being a time for newness, a new cycle beginning. And Aquarius rules the 11th house, so this is the house of hope and wishes. So be open to change. Some of the things that you have been desiring, some of your deep-seated or deep-rooted desires, trust that they are available to you. You are able to realize them. In order for them to be realized, however, you must open yourself to change, to something new, for something new to form, for something new to sprout in your life. And that may be releasing some old patterns so that new can come in. So I am going to leave it at that. I pray that you got something, received something out of this message. If you did, let me know. If you got through this entire message, you are extremely unique, because I do nothing to promote this page, these messages. I just record them and post them. So if you found it and you got something, it's for you. So I am thankful that you were able to receive it. I'm grateful that you found your way to my spot. So I hope that I get to talk to you next time. Peace.